young Socceroos team. In the moments since you've had, the quiet moments perhaps, how have you reflected on that? Where have your thoughts taken you?
It's all pretty overwhelming at the beginning, just seeing the impact it had nationwide, even internationally, in terms of, you realise it's a major tournament and we've won it, and you know how hard it is to win things. So, and always the same after something like that. It's just relief, mate. Because so many people have worked hard, and I myself have worked so hard, and you want the rewards for it. You want people to get the rewards for it. So when it happens, you're just really relieved.
One of the many elements of it that will make it stick in the memory was just how dramatic it was, and so many people want to know what happened in that huddle at the end of 90 minutes. Can you give us an indication?
Yeah, look, all day, not all day since the semi-final, I guess I've been preparing myself for something to happen, because that's always been my experience in finals games. And I actually spoke to the players about, I think it was the day before and the day of the game, I can't remember, they said, Germany won the World Cup, extra time, and it took a guy coming off the bench to score the winner. So, I kind of said to them that all of you better be prepared for that moment, because I don't know who it's going to fall to. And when they scored in the last minute, it was deflating, and I could sense that the whole stadium was sort of, apart from the Korean supporters, were deflated. I could tell the players were, and I kind of had to gather my own thoughts for a moment. But as soon as the whistle went and they all started coming over, I took a glance over at the Korean bench, and quite a few of their players were already over there, and they were already sort of lying down getting massages, and they were working really hard on sort of getting them to recuperate. And when our guys came over, I remember seeing Millsy grabbing a towel and putting his head in the towel and screaming an obscenity at the top of his lungs, and they were really frustrated and disappointed that we'd let it slip. So I thought, okay, well, they're not even thinking about the fact that they're tired, they're just not happy with the situation. So it was a good time for me just to frame my message, and basically it was that we're ready for this. We've worked hard for this, we know we're going to finish stronger. They've given it everything, they've got nothing left. Our moment will come. What I love about that goal is I know there was there was just that clash of wills between Tommy and Juric, and he won that. And when that ball comes across, it's James Troisi and it's Jason Davidson in the box, and that's our left back in extra time looking to get a winner. And that was our sort of mantra the whole way through. We wanted to be a team that takes it to the opposition, and they showed that. The last thing I said to them before they left, I said, this will just make the story better. And all along we said we wanted to be, a story with a good ending. Well, we made it the perfect ending.
You've coached 5 deciders, 2 with South Melbourne, 2 with Brisbane, now 1 with the Socceroos, and in all 5 of those matches there have been late goals, an extremely dramatic finish. It seems to just follow you around. How do you explain that?
Yeah, I can't, and that's why I kind of prepared myself. Even at 1-0 when we were winning, I'm just thinking this is just not right. There's something's going to happen here. I don't know what it is, and you don't want it to sort of turn against you, but I just felt that, just before they scored, the crowd was pretty quiet, and I gave it a bit of a rev up before that, just to the crowd, because I just felt something's not right, something's going to happen here, and I don't want us to cop it, so we needed a little bit of energy, and it was almost like a sense something was coming. But that's been my experiences, and I knew it would come on the day. I also had 2 as a player, and I haven't felt what it's like to lose one yet, so hopefully I never have to. If we make a World Cup final, we're home and hosed. It's just getting there, but yeah, it's just extraordinary.
I guess the fact that you were able to pick up on how the crowd was reacting and where that was in the scheme of the game probably harks back to an intense love of the game and its subtleties. Do you kind of know, or can you pinpoint where that love of the game originated?
I've actually loved the game. It wasn't just playing or I just love the game, and I've said the story often that even as I must have been 8 or 9 years old, I used to get 20 cents for the day for my lunch money, and I used to spend, I think, 6 or 8 cents on buying the paper. As an 8-year-old, you shouldn't be reading the newspaper, but I loved reading about the game, and I'd go to the back pages, and I love reading about sport in general, but especially anything that was to do with the game. I loved reading about it, I loved watching it, I loved playing it, obviously. So I don't know, I guess all that stuff sort of seeped in my consciousness from a really young age, and I've always had that sort of inquisitive nature in me about the game.